Winning a Grammy is still the pinnacle of recognition in the music industry. However, the Recording Academy's decisions have frequently sparked controversy, as some of the most iconic albums have been overlooked. In this video, we look at 8 of the best albums that never won a Grammy. Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. Thank You Next, released in 2019, stands as a defining moment of Ariana's career. Despite its critical acclaim, commercial success, and profound impact on pop music, the album did not win any Grammys. It represents a period of intense personal growth and artistic evolution for Ariana. The album was crafted in the wake of several personal tragedies, including the death of her ex-boyfriend Mac Miller and her highly publicized breakup with Pete Davidson. Those things influenced the tone of the album, making it one of the raw and authentic works in her discography. It has huge hits like Thank You Next, 7 Rings, and Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored. Sonically, it blends pop, R&B, and trap elements, and Ari's vocal performance is impeccable, displaying her impressive vocal range. The album debuted on number 1 on the Billboard 200 and broke several streaming records. Its commercial dominance further solidified Ariana's status as a pop powerhouse. Despite its monumental success, Thank You Next won 0 Grammy Awards. At the 2020 Grammy Awards, it was nominated in 5 categories, including Album of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album. But Billie cleaned up, with both of the awards going to When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? In her speech, Billie said that Thank You Next should have gotten the Album of the Year.
Can I just say that I think Ariana deserves this? Thank You Next got me through some shit.
Ariana's relationship with the Grammys have been marked by both recognition and snubs. Despite her contributions to pop music and numerous nominations, she has only won 2 Grammy Awards to date. Melodrama by Lorde. Melodrama is a deeply introspective and emotionally charged album that captures the beauty of youth. Released in 2017, it stands as a defining moment in Lorde's career and is considered as one of the best albums of the 2010s. Despite its critical success and huge impact, the album did not win any Grammy Awards. It represents a bold artistic evolution for Lorde, transitioning from the minimalist production of her debut album Pure Heroin to a more complex and developed sound. It has amazing songs like Greenlight, Liability, and Perfect Places on it. The album is notable for its innovative production, blending electronic elements with orchestral sounds and confessional lyrics. It debuted on number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling 109,000 album equivalent units in its first week. It received widespread critical acclaim and was featured on numerous year-end lists, solidifying Lorde's reputation as one of the most talented and visionary artists of her generation. Despite its monumental impact, it was not successful at the Grammys. At the 2018 Grammy Awards, the album was nominated for Album of the Year, one of the most prestigious categories, but lost out to 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars. While 24 Karat Magic is undoubtedly a well-crafted and commercially successful album, Melodrama should have won the award. She first gained widespread attention and critical acclaim with her debut single Royals, which won 2 Grammy Awards in 2014 for Song of the Year and Best Pop Solo Performance, and her Grammy tally is still stuck at 2. Despite the lack of Grammy recognition, Melodrama has made a huge impact on the music industry and pop culture, influencing a whole new generation of pop stars. Red by Taylor Swift. Released in 2012, Red is widely regarded as a landmark album in Taylor's illustrious career. Blending country roots with pop sensibilities, it was a turning point in her musical journey. Despite its critical acclaim and commercial success, the album won 0 Grammys. It has some of Taylor's best songs, like 22, I Knew You Were Trouble, and All Too Well. The production on Red was varied yet cohesive, blending pop, rock, and country. The album debuted on number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling more than 1.2 million copies in its first week. It became Taylor's 3rd consecutive album to sell more than 1 million copies in its debut week. Despite its monumental success, it did not win any Grammy Awards. At the 56th Annual Grammy Awards in 2014, it was nominated in 4 categories, including Album of the Year and Best Country Album. But the Album of the Year Grammy went to Random Access Memories by Daft Punk, and she thought she won that. And the Best Country Album went to Casey Musgraves. Taylor has been dominating the Grammy since then, as she has taken home 4 Album of the Year awards, which is a record. Despite the lack of Grammy recognition, Red is often cited as one of the best pop albums of the 2010s. Anti by Rihanna. Rihanna's 8th studio album Anti, released in 2016, represented a pivotal moment in her career. Departing from her previous commercial pop sound, it showcased Rihanna's artistic growth and willingness to experiment with different genres. Despite its critical acclaim and commercial success, it did not win any Grammys. The album blends elements of R&B, pop, reggae, and dancehall, showcasing Rihanna's versatility as an artist. It has amazing songs like Love on the Brain and Kiss It Better. The album debuted on number 1 on the Billboard 200 and was certified triple platinum by the RIAA. Despite its success, the album did not win any Grammys. At the 59th Annual Grammy Awards in 2017, Rihanna received 8 nominations, but did not secure a win in any category. The album lost out to 25 by Adele for Album of the Year, and the Grammy for Best Contemporary Album went to Lemonade by Beyoncé. The omission of Anti from the winners list was because of stiff competition. 2016 was a crazy year for music. Rihanna's relationship with the Grammy Awards is not great. Over her legendary career, she has won 9 Grammy Awards out of 34 nominations, which is a decent ratio. Future Sex Love Sounds by Justin Timberlake. Released in 2006, it is the album that redefined pop and R&B music for the 2000s. The album showcased Justin's growth as an artist, blending innovative production, sleek vocal performances, and a mature theme. Despite its commercial success, it did not win any Grammys. The album's innovative sound was shaped by its producer, Timbaland, whose signature beats and sonic experimentation helped create a genre-bending masterpiece. The album contained huge hits like Sexy Back, My Love, and What Goes Around Comes Around. It debuted on number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling 684,000 copies in its first week. The album solidified Justin's status as a solo pop star. Despite its monumental success, it did not win a Grammy Award. At the 2007 Grammys, Justin received multiple nominations for the album, but didn't win anything. It lost out to Taking a Long Way by the Chicks for Album of the Year, and the Best Pop Vocal Album Grammy went to Continuum by John Mayer. But Sexy Back and My Love took home Grammys from the album. Justin's history at the Grammys is good, winning 10 of his 39 nominations. Despite the lack of Grammy recognition, Future Sex Love Sounds is still one of the most influential pop and R&B albums of the 2000s. Daydream by Mariah Carey. Mariah's Daydream, released in 1995, stands as one of the most iconic and influential albums in pop and R&B history. Despite its lasting legacy, it was snubbed at the Grammys. It was a pivotal moment in Mariah's career, showcasing her transition from pop ballads to a more mature and varied sound that included elements of R&B, hip-hop, and soul. The album produced several chart-topping hits, including Fantasy, One Sweet Day, and Always Be My Baby. One Sweet Day spent a then record 16 weeks on number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming one of her biggest hits. Mariah's vocal performance on the album is nothing short of extraordinary, demonstrating her 5-octave range and ability to convey deep emotion. The album was a commercial juggernaut, selling over 20 million copies worldwide. It has received a diamond certification from the RIAA, selling more than 10 million copies in the US alone. Despite its huge success, it did not win any Grammys. It was nominated for 6 awards at the 1996 Grammys, including Album of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album. It lost out to Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette for Album of the Year, and Turbulent Indigo by Joni Mitchell took the Best Pop Vocal Album category. Mariah's relationship with the Grammys has been complicated. Despite her extensive contributions to music, she has only won 5 Grammys throughout her career. Her first wins came in 1991, when she took home Best New Artist, and since then, she has been overlooked by the Grammys. Blonde by Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean's Blonde, released in 2016, is often heralded as one of the most innovative and emotionally resonant albums of the decade. Blending elements of R&B, pop, and soul, it is a testament to Frank's artistry. Despite its critical acclaim and commercial success, it did not win a Grammy Award. It has amazing lasting songs like Pink and White, Ivy, and Nights. Blonde is notable for its minimalist production, unconventional song structure, and immaculate vibe. It debuted on number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling 276,000 album-equivalent units in its first week. Despite minimal promotion and a non-traditional release strategy, it was a commercial success. Despite its critical acclaim, it did not achieve any accolades at the Grammy Awards. At the 59th Annual Grammy Awards, it had a lot of competition and wasn't even nominated. That year, the Album of the Year Grammy went to 25 by Adele. Frank has been laying low, riding high from the success of the album, and is still his latest release. Control by SZA. SZA's Control, released in 2017, is widely regarded as a game changer in modern R&B. The album showcased SZA's unique vocal style, confessional songwriting, and innovative production. Despite its cultural impact, it did not win any Grammy Awards. The album represents a milestone in SZA's career, offering an unfiltered look into her thoughts of love, insecurity, and personal growth. It has amazing songs, including Supermodel, Drew Barrymore, and 20-something. The album debuted on number 3 on the Billboard 200 and has been certified 3 times platinum by the RIAA. Despite its monumental success and critical acclaim, it did not win any Grammy Awards. At the 2018 Grammys, SZA received 5 nominations, including Best New Artist and Best Urban Contemporary Album, but did not secure a win in any category. The album lost out to Starboy by The Weeknd for Best Urban Contemporary Album after she totally blanked out at the 2018 Grammys. She won 4 awards since then. Despite the lack of Grammy recognition, Control has left a huge mark on the music industry and is one of my favorite albums of all time. What albums did I miss? Tell me in the comments below. Tell me in the